I'm Margaret in Windsor, and let me unplug it a minute. Oh, I'm going to turn the radio off. This is the reason, if I can talk, I'm not sure I can. This is, and I'll tell you in a minute why I can't think. That's Clyde Lewis, Ground Zero. And I'm going to try to hold this up. His producer was a friend on my Facebook account for quite a while. I didn't know who the producer was until I forgot what happened. I started reading something about it, and I found out he produces Ground Zero, Clyde Lewis. I'm just listening to it. All right, so they've had access to everything I've put up on Facebook, and I've certainly told about my kidnapping, who my father is. He didn't marry Wallace Simpson. All this is on there, all this. The mind control murders and all this, chipping people, putting chips in babies. They've been doing it for a long time. I've told this. I've been called every name in the book. I'm hated, and a few people on YouTube have become friends and have helped me because they made me a pauper. The crimes committed against me is beyond belief, and what's going on right now. I'm allergic to chemicals, and over the years that's been used against me, I've been run from place to place, and believe me, when you have an autoimmune disorder and you have to, and tonight this is soaking me in chemicals. The toilets have been messed up, and they moved me to this room, and it's cleaner, and I thought it would be nicer. The other one was bad. The toilet wasn't fixed and overflowing and all this. But anyway, I came in this room where I started a month ago when they moved me here, and here with fumes that were so bad. And then the toilets started overflowing. Now I'm up here, and the plumbers are coming out again. I hope they don't come in here. When they came in this room that I moved to today, they spilt the chemicals all over the carpet. So now I'm getting that through the air conditioning, and just being in here, you can smell it. Horrible. So when I woke up about 2 hours ago, I remembered I needed to make a couple of phone calls because I'd gotten one that was kind of strange and all this. And I found that I was confused. I was looking at my phone, trying to go back and forth on what I was supposed to call the phone numbers, and I was very confused. My ears plugged up again, like when I ruptured eardrum from bad, it's bacterial virus infection from the air conditioning units being so bad, and I can hardly talk. But anyway, let me finish this. So Clyde Lewis, Coast to Coast Nori, they have all known this about me, my kidnapping, the part about my father, Edward VIII, was married to Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, my mom, 36. She was Queen of England. And I put, let me finish this first. My father was forced to abdicate by character assassination. He never married Wallace Simpson. He was married to my mom. They were still alive and married in October the 20th of 86 when I came to Roanoke. Well, they stole their identities, the Illuminati, your global government, that Clyde Lewis is telling exactly what I was telling. I didn't tell about robots. But anyway, let me finish this if I can. I told all about my father, and he refused to allow the Illuminati to tell him what to do. And he would not sign the treaties that allowed the United States to come into the United Kingdom under the guise of the Germans were bad. The Germans were bad. They were going to help us. Well, they come in, and my father didn't sign treaties, which later the illegal George VI, he's a traitor. Elizabeth is. They should be at the highest court being put away, but they've lived up. Well, George is dead. Maybe God took care of him. the right way, you know. But anyway, Elizabeth is faking that they work for the Illuminati. They don't even work for the British people. Anyway, my father had an addendum signed. Went through court proper and everything, that because he never meant to leave. And they had an imposter that married Wallace Simpson, pretending to be my father, but they had more than one, and they were going out and doing outrageous behavior that people began to think and believe it was my dad. So history today still says that my dad married Wallace Simpson. My mom's been obliviated. She's sister of artist Georgia O'Keeffe. And anyway, if I'm babbling, it's a wonder I've got a brain at all to use. Anyway, George Norrie, all these people have known, and one of the not producers of Coast to Coast was, I sent him an email, and I think I just put this up, a video about it. I sent him an email some years ago, and he got right back to me. He was from Vegas, Las Vegas, and he was just part-time, but he had his own program out there. So he wanted to talk to me and more and all this. And then it wasn't long after, the same day, he emailed me and said he was sorry he couldn't talk to me. So now then, I've sent all this to George Norrie. I've had some of that I've sent repeated. I've never been given credit for any of it. And I'll tell you why. I told about the Center for Disease Control in Atlanta when I was doing a medical malpractice book, MD, I Licensed to Kill. It was the Tesla files. And what I knew about doctors, I worked for doctors. And granted, there's some good doctors, and as in any profession, there's bad. They shouldn't have a license to get away with their crimes, though. So I was telling about people that had been chipped. I had no idea that the chips had anything to do with end times or anything. I knew that they control your behavior. They teach you the Morse code at a low level. You're not of sound signal you're not aware of. So you talk about civil rights violations. And I had no idea at the time. They tell me that I knew subconsciously, and I know I did now, my real name, my father and mother, and I was kidnapped at age 2 and brought to Moulton, Alabama, given the name of a twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey, and I married a Childers, so I still have to use that name. Peggy and Carl had both they were born out of wedlock, and their mother killed them. Peggy lived until just a week or two before they put me there and gave me her name. And I've already told this, and it's true, they fed her to the pigs. But what they did to me all my life, not just there, has been hell, and to my sons, Mark and Scott, heirs after me. But what I was telling about was putting chips in people. Root canal and sealing it is one of the perfect places, and any part of your body. And I know, and these were done in patterns, deliberately, these murders. You can cure an illness or create it so they make you have a heart attack, look like you committed suicide, like Mark from Mark, Robin Williams. And it's something to this, it seems to be playing out with the well, I won't even mention that. I guess wait and see. Emotions. I'm in pretty bad shape. I thought I was in bad shape before. I've been moved from room to room with chemicals, but this has gotten me. The toilets were messed up. Mine overflowed I don't know how many times. And now then, this one where I started a month ago moving, well, it's been ongoing, but I'm back up here, but it's worse. I'm really concerned right now because it's got me confused and my ears are, it's horrible. They use chemicals to get in, and they evidently spilled it on the carpet. My feet were wet from walking in it there in the bathroom, just outside it. But anyway, back to me telling everybody about chips, and I went through hell. I mean, I was almost killed. You talk about the Illuminati took down my dad. That's the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bilderbergers. Kennedy, JFK helped him kidnap him, but his dad was appointed American ambassador to England in 36, specifically when my father became king, to take him out, because he wouldn't follow the orders. He was king of England, Great Britain, and a decent man. Now look what they did to him, and I hope you have to see what has been done to me and my sons Mark and Scott, heirs after me. In fact, people, when Meghan Markle married Harry, by the way, I heard something this morning that they're leaving. It didn't say where, leaving where to what, but anyway, it's more to that whole story. But they're all illegal. Now, I think that Meghan Markle she's a movie actress, and I'm not sure that's Harry, so I've got my own ideas about it. But back to the chips. Someone came, I had to live on the apple. I ran a political campaign to replace one of the doctors, first of all. When I was doing the book, Larry Flint was shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia, March of 78. And it was a program shooter, but these were done in patterns. And I had a letter from the FBI, June the 23rd, my dad's birthday, but of course in 97, I got to make 97, 79. Wow. Oh, this is bad. What's doing to me? I'm encased in here, I guess. Wow. You open patio door for fresh air. It's so cold and it's dangerous this time of night, so I hope I've got a brain lift in the morning. I'm serious. In the lungs, and it causes mass inflammation because I have an autoimmune disorder. Chemicals, when I'm in a place like this, it triggers my immune system to shut down. Okay, so let me just go up to this. I was flown out to Mr. Flint's. And the FBI letter said ongoing investigation, national security involved. So now that I'm almost killed April Fool Day of 80, and I've tried to put that up the hell that went on, and I don't know if my children are alive. I pray they are. I so pray they are and they're okay. Because of our name and who we are, and my wonderful father and mother who have been so done in. History's a lie. But anyway, I went out to Mr. Flint's, and he did a editorial April 6th of 84, endorsing me. And it was a nice editorial and saying I knew who was responsible for his shooting in Georgia. I won't go any further. I put these up, and I'm pretty sick. My ears are closing up and everything. I hope I don't lose my... I was so confused earlier. I haven't been that way to where I was trying to make a phone call and writing stuff down, and it's really getting to me. I thought, my God, I'm really confused here. I was looking at what I wrote, and so anyway, I'm listening to... one of the churches here sent a book up called Project Lucid. It was published by a church. I guess I'm gonna have to quit. This isn't funny, but I don't know how to deal with it if I didn't laugh. I couldn't. Anyway, it was called Project Lucid. Church sent it up there. They were where I used to go up the Appalachian Trail and live and starve and freeze. And had somebody bring it up to me by Tex Mars, and he's deceased now, but he's written a lot of books in the past about mind control, and, well, a lot about UFOs and Area 51 and all that. But the church sent up there, and they told the person to tell me, this is what you've been telling about. I'd been telling about it since 76. A book was published sometime in early, it had to have been 93, 94, in that time span, 95. Well, it was after Timothy McVeigh had blown up the Murray building in Oklahoma City, and he was put to death. He was programmed. I had already said that before I saw this book. The book didn't tell me. I've been telling this all along. And it talks about the mark of the beast and chipping you in the monetary system. You have to have a chip. No more money. Anyway, tonight I'm just going to stop because I've been telling this over and over. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube way back. And then before then, my husband and I went to channel CNN when it was Ted Turner, and then CNN. All over Atlanta we went. Then Huntsville, Alabama, after I was almost killed and everything gone. I worked for the district attorney there. So now that I've been up here, and I'm going to have to quit because it's scary. It's getting to me, so I'm going to have to stop. But what really got me is I've listened to George Norrie, and the reason they're not going to tell about me, they'll use the stuff that I've told about because they've been chipping back when babies a long time ago. I can tell you the Tesla files, they were chipping you then. And these mass murders that I've been telling about, Virginia Tech and all of this, the Aurora, Colorado, take planes down, the pilots program to fly into the ocean or mountain. I mean, it's unlimited. And I've been telling about that. They will not tell about me because of who I am, who my father is, and what happened to Great Britain that allowed the United States to come in there with Winston Churchill. The Church of England got in to taking down my dad. What's his name? Cosmos Lang was Archbishop. You get in some of, hopefully only a couple, I wish it wasn't that, but prime ministers, etc. And part of my own family, obviously. Yeah, there was a lot of my family that helped me, and I know they may have been more of the out cousins, but I still think there's some of my father's close family that helped instead of being a turncoat and working for the Illuminati, being a traitor, and they're illegal. Monarch. I'm the real monarch. The day I was born, because of the papers, my father, he was forced out with lies. Wallace Simpson was buried at Frogmore, Windsor, along with the imposter pretending to be my father. Now then, if I died tomorrow, I would be put in a pauper's grave. And it just shut up. But I think there's a little bit more to it that may be true about things that seem to be, I mean, anyway, your United Nations is your front for your global government. It's up there with the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, the Rockefellers headquarters. And I watched the Christmas tree in Rockefeller Plaza being hauled up there and all that. Represents Christ. Wow. Anyway, I'm going to have to quit it. I mean, this is really getting to me. I don't know. All I can do is try and pray, I guess. But anyway, I was telling about chipping and Center for Disease Control. That's what got so bad for me, too. Telling about that, how you can create an illness and cure it. And they're supposed to be the people that help you, not help create the illnesses and send it to South Africa and all over the place. Anyway, I guess tonight listening to Clyde Lewis, not one word about, he's telling exactly, I never told